Hey, what is up guys, it's KKB. I saw this from a video suggestion a few months ago and I thought this would be a good idea for this week's upload. I hope you guys are enjoying the content on this channel, and if you are, please let me know down in the comments section down below. As always, feel free to leave suggestions down there as well. Thank you guys so much for watching and enjoy the video.
Ride with Elliott Sadler here in the 19 car. Right now, Elliott in the crash.
Turn 2.
Oh, and nowhere for Tony Stewart to go. And you see that nowhere for Denny Hamlin. They just keep wrecking over here. This is normal product of Dover Raceway.
The concrete canyon. Goes Elliott there in the 19 car. He comes down the hill, right in the front of David Gilliland.
Get another look at it, but I didn't see that David Gilliland did anything wrong. He was right on the bottom of the racetrack.
Oh my gosh.
Hamlin came flying in there.
Absolutely.
Bill Elliott in the 21.
The other thing these guys are going to have to be careful of, somebody runs out of fuel in the middle of this. Man, what a big problem that could create.
Now you can see that. If somebody run out of fuel right there in the middle of that group, it would cause a huge wreck. We've heard, here's a car upside down.
Big time crash upside down.
It's Ryan Newman. See Kevin Harvick there, Marcus Ambrose.
Ambrose is there, comes across, Harvick stops, and Newman's car comes to rest upside down on its roof.
He and his teammate, Tony Stewart, got into the wall, but you can see it turns Ryan Newman around. As soon as it does, it's almost like that wing acts as to help to lift the car up. Lands on Kevin Harvick's hood. See Elliott Sadler there involved.
Elliott trying to jam the brakes on to keep him hitting the 39 as it was pirouetting up the track. He's able to miss it.
He's driving really defensively right now. He's trying to keep Jeff Gordon behind him, and Jeff is working him over. Look at that. Jeff's going to move him up out of the groove and get by him.
Whoa! Bush is around. Can he save it this time?
Oh, there you go.
He does. He saves it. But there's a
Jeff Gordon's upside down. Jeff Gordon's upside down.
And Kurt Busch's car is destroyed.
Oh my gosh. You see Jeff down there, he just gets down on this left corner, and we've seen that time and time and time again.
You got to stay off the left side. What do we do about that, though, man? How do we fix it? The drivers just have to make the decision that they've got to lay off that left side.
Look at this long slide for Gordon, and that's Kurt Busch tangled up with him and Jimmy Johnson, and that car still hasn't lost much of its momentum as it goes side over side and comes to rest.
Now they're going to try Dale Earnhardt Jr. on the outside. Oh! Schrader hard in the outside.
Schrader up high on the outside. Cars sliding on the inside. 2, 3, 4, 5 cars now sliding, careening together in turn 1. One car erupts in flames down in turn 1 as they continue to have impact. As now there is flame burning all the way across the racetrack. The rear end impact apparently rupturing the fuel cell on the back of one of these Busch cars. And what we dread at Talladega has just taken place here on lap 68. All right, we're going to show you the replay of what happened here a moment ago. 11 cars in a draft in the tri-oval.
There we see Kelly Denton. Kelly Denton runs up into the back of Kenny Schrader, and that's what we're talking, the bump drafting, when they pick those rear tires off the ground. That is a problem. Turned him in the outside wall. There goes Jeff Green, and meanwhile here comes this huge pack of cars with nowhere to go except into a smoke where they can see nothing, Kyle.
Yeah, and it's exactly like we always talk about. Then Schrader gets hit again over here, and that's where the fire starts. You saw somebody come down off the bank and hit him again.
Josh Berry in the 8.
Slammed into the side of him, and he spins Sage Karam into the wall.
What a move by that yellow car of Jones to miss the wreck, and here comes the rest of the field.
They can't see. It's smoke and dust all the way across. More coming in too fast, and more contact.
A huge impact to Tyler Reddick in that 48.
Drivers going through, trying to get through, but couldn't see, and a lot of contact. And we see Josh Bilicki taking the Sargento billboard with him.
Let's take a look at from this angle right here. You're going to see the 9 go around, the 45 go around. The 45 makes contact. I mentioned the 19 evasive maneuver, does a wonderful job missing it. Gregson comes in, a huge hit for Myatt Snyder into the 10. And now we see Reddick sitting here and right there. I believe that is. Yes, that's the 68 of Brandon Brown. Nowhere to go. Heavy contact into Reddick.
That's like back in your era, Jeff. Oh, no. Alvarola Bowman.
Oh, the 24's on his side. Look at what I said, Clint, about 21 cars. I don't know if we got there, but man, that took out a lot of race cars and a lot of great race cars. And they're so reminiscent when Eric Almirola lost the lead in the closing yards of this race in 2018.
He was along for the ride. As soon as that contact hit, it just turned his car right. He took the words right out of my mouth. Unbelievable. Crushing blow to so many teams, so many efforts that it goes into having fast cars and being at this Daytona 500. That was a lot of heavy hitters in this one.
You know, one of the things that I picked up on in some of the interviews we did from Denny Hamlin talking about the Toyota engine, apparently some of that valve train problems they were having at Daytona carried over to the unrestricted engine, and they've had to back way
Turn
off.
2. Casey Mears. Ooh, gets tagged
and nowhere
hard.
for Dale Earnhardt Jr. to go in that 88 car.
2 more cars hard in the wall behind them. One is Hornish.
Someone has run underneath the 5 car, it looks
The
like.
other's Reed Sorensen, and Mears ends up on his roof.
It's Sam Hornish in the 77, because I knew the car just picked up off the ground all of a sudden.
It's up high, and he just loses it there. Comes down right.
Just clipped Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Got turned him around. But now this is when it really is bizarre. Watch this.
Hornish already had damage, and the hood was up so high he couldn't see out of the windshield, I don't think.
I got to believe RC's a nervous wreck right now. His car is running good, but very close together on the track.
Well, they can block the track right now if they wanted to.
Oh,
I'm telling you. Oh, hang on, Jeff Burton.
Burton up into Hornish.
He's going to come back up the
now the big one.
There it is.
7, 8, 9 cars involved, many which were running inside the top 10.
That's the whole field, isn't it?
That's the whole field. Look at that. Nowhere to go.
And these guys were trying to avoid the 2 coming back up on the racetrack, and the first group that saw them check up, and everybody runs in behind them. That is massive right there. That's incredible.
He just goes diving down here after he gets clobbered by the 31. On the 83, okay, this started already behind, but the 83 got turned.
But they see that going on in front of them, and they're all jockeying for position to avoid that. And it's that chain reaction accident. You know what I mean? Look at the cars, man.
There's a lot of cars in that accident.
3 abreast racing. Look at this. Coming out of corner number 4, they touch. All 3 cars are touching as they come down through the tri-oval, but everybody maintains position.
Wow.
Oh, no. Sachs is in trouble.
And takes Petty with him.
And we're going to have a terrific crash here as nearly all the field is going to be involved in this crash. There are only about 10 or 12 cars that survived this melee just past the starting line.
When you have cars that near to the front get in trouble on the front straightaway, they take up the racetrack, and practically everybody got involved. Well, as they come off of turn 4, they are 3 abreast. Greg Sachs in the middle. He touches the outside car, then down on Petty, and they come into the tri-oval here, and they get together once again, and around they go, and then everybody starts getting involved. See, the track is just closed up. There's nowhere for people to go.
Looks like that Derek Cope and Greg Sachs made contact just prior to Greg losing control.
Outside lane, hanging tough here on the restart.
Oh, here we go.
Got trouble. That's Casey Kane that goes sideways. Joey Logano nowhere to go.
Oh, my. Half the field is gone.
The big one at Daytona has happened at lap 97.
That is the huge one at Daytona.
Justin Allgaier.
Oh, the 18 gets on its roof.
And Kyle Busch rolls upside down.
Wow. Let's take a replay here. It looks like the 16 got into the 5 a little bit too hard and just turned him. And man, what talk about getting piled up.
Watch the 3 car when we get another replay of Austin Dillon come shooting up through the middle and trying to avoid the accident.
26 of Cole Witt just got into the 18 to turn him over.
Just staying up high going in the corner. He's not following the truck in front of him. Don't know what's going on there.
Whoa! Oh, look out! We got trouble. This is going to hurt.
Uh-oh.
Oh, my. Oh, my.
Yep.
Keep your fingers crossed.
And away it goes. One more angle.
But then, as you can see, when that truck goes up in the catch fence, that's what starts it tumbling. And watch as the motor will go across the racetrack. There goes the motor tumbling down along the racetrack.
Well, look how high Jeffrey Bodine is. And right here along comes the 90. No, they stop him there. And there is just absolutely nothing. And watch as they take Jeffrey out, and he tries to take the mask off as they're taken to the ambulance.